In this ultimate game of the college football season, we have something rare and special. A collision of two undefeated teams who have battled through adversity, managed to get here without a single blemish on the record. Can you believe it? Now one of them will emerge as an undefeated national champion. Good evening and welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Troy Trojans, taking on a playoff team from last year, the USF Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. They'll hand it off. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defense coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Looking to throw. It's Carney. Finds his man. It's Howard. Defense wraps it up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. Opening drive challenge for this offense in this championship game. They face 3rd down here. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
You know, a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the 1st sack of the game.
And off the bounce, that pump will roll out of bounds. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Wants to throw it. Dumps it down and back. You bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. A deep shot to the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Bulls starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
Another huge gain for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the 1st half of the national title.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down and goal upcoming. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. Out of the gun now on third down. Touchdown, Bulls. They strike first in this national title bout.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and booted away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Troy offense back on the field now. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And they'll give it to the back. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Offense will keep it on the ground here.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Back to pass. It's Carney. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Back to pass. It's Carney. Quick throw to his receiver. What a catch! Big time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
Slides the quick throw. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Defense is coming after him. Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Running out of time in the pocket. Touchdown, Troy, as they answer with their first score of this title game. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Point after, not right through. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. The pocket breaking down. He finds his man. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
You know, this doesn't show up in the stat book the next day, but I love quarterbacks that are willing to be patient and not always feel they have to force the ball with a throw downfield. Here he just checks it down and picks up some positive yards.
It's second down after that completion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Oh, and another incompletion.
Boy, these defensive backs are completely locked in. Third down, the defense stays disciplined in zone coverage and knocks that one down.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds right near the 10-yard line. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Handoff on a single back formation. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's running out of time here. Caught behind the line. It's Howard.
With such tough field position, at least he gets some positive yards to give your punter a little bit more room, and who knows, maybe he can flip the field for you.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. That one lands and bounces out of bounds. So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Quarterback will throw it off the run pass option. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And now the handoff. He's past the marker and still going. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be first down from the 14.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Single back takes the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Shotgun formation here on third down. They chase him down. He tried to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
The offense stays on the field, of course. It's fourth down and inches. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Troy offense back out there. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Tight end makes the grab. And the freshman makes an excellent catch and run there.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the 1st down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here's the 2nd down play. Looking downfield. It's Carney. Throws it to the right. Catch is made. Room to run here. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. The USF offense is back out there now. A beautiful, balanced drive. Reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? They'll run it here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the 1st down play. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They've got him, but not before he makes a 1st down at the 41.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You'd prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
The shotgun handoff here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Pressure is coming. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Gets made on the out route. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. The Bulls will have to kick this away. When he comes for his second punt of the game. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. And the Trojans offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the wideout goes in motion. To throw, it's Carney. Grab down the middle. It's Howard. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Back in motion now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Here he goes. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Troy.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
It's an out route, the catch made, and it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Offense getting set. It's second down. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Second down play coming up. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in. What a catch. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
Boy, this defense looks like they are confused, and they should be. This wide receiver is putting on a clinic here in the first half. He sees blood in the water right now, and he's got over 100 yards in the first half already.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the RPO, caught to the right. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been, and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, USF. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this big a stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
And the point after is good. The BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? He steps out at the 22, and that's where the drive will begin. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Oh, he throws it back. The pass rush closing in. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Dropping back, it's Carney. The throw complete to the running back underneath. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. First down here for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion, an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Good catch made down the left side. An explosive play. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pass. It's Carney. Bringing pressure. He's hit as he throws it. QB to the tight end for a completion. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. Time running down. Just 1 play left here in the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they jump back in front. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the 2nd half underway. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. On the move. Can they catch him? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. Wow, a kick return for a touchdown in the national championship game. This place has come unhinged.
You know, we get so caught up in offense and defense, sometimes people like to overlook the importance of special teams. Here's a great reminder. Big-time blocks up front, and the speed of the return man, he takes it all the way to the end zone.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. And he's stopping short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Troy offense back on the field now. Scanning the field. It's Carney. Looking to make a play deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Trojans, to put them on top now. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Finds room at the 30. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Gain makes it second and medium. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Quick pass, the catch is made. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Bulls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He finds the running back in the flat. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
The Bulls come to the line with 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they will score. Touchdown, Bulls. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. the Troy offense back out there. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Handoff to the back. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10 play coming up. Here comes a handoff. Tackle made after a solid game. Will spot the ball at the 34.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking downfield. It's Carney. Quarterback delivers quickly. A receiver on the screen. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the 1st down.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. The back's got it. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes the catch downfield. And we're able to move the sticks. Set up now, 1st down at the 34.
Boy, the quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal 3rd down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
They'll run it here. The running back has the ball. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Dropping back, it's Carney. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield.
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a 1st down.
defense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Troy. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT puts them up 3. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. Stopped short of the first down.
Good time here to drop this screen into the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Trojans. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
You know, we talked to him during the week, and he told me he was a high school corner. And I can see why. He's got tremendous ball skills to make that play and then to be able to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Just outstanding.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First down. Looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The Bulls will have 1st and 10 here. Looking for a man. Defense is coming after him. On the move, but can't find the receiver, and he's brought down.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been.
They'll take a deep shot here. And the pass ball is incomplete. They tried to squeeze in a deep shot with time running down in the third quarter. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. One quarter to decide who will win the national championship. The Bulls will send their punt team onto the field. And he's out of bounds here on the return. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. And the back now goes in motion. Direct snap. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Carney. Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Checks this down to the running back. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he is delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP in the national title.
He's got room to run. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
To the air, it's Carney. Makes a quick grab. Now play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that throw.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Touchdown, Troy. Too much speed for the defense.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Gets made on the out route. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
That completion sets up a second down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quick completion to the tight end. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Bulls come up to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, we've seen them do this in the past. A good throw, get the first, and here comes the tempo.
Looking to throw yet again. Now takes a hit, but lets it fly. And is intercepted. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? The pre-snap motion from the offense. To throw, it's Carney. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Boy, that was a bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. The mechanics were a bit shaky.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks left and finds his target there. Oh, and he did not get there. The defense rising up against this elite 3rd down offense. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. When the flag is out before the snap, the defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. And he's got it from 55 yards away and never in doubt.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He steps out at the 20, tried to make something happen, but cost the offense 5 yards in field position. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. Well, it comes down to this. They need to create some fourth-quarter magic here, or this national championship will slip away. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Looking to pass here on second down. The pocket breaking down. Little floater there, but it falls incomplete.
Boy, what a job here by this defense, mixing up their looks. They get to him again, hit him as releasing the ball. Just a rough night for the poor quarterback, and a great job by the defense of winning the line of scrimmage and affecting the quarterback.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. On the run, he'll let it go. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field. Nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play, force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Trojans offense back on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. Pounding away with the run game. 5-yard gains over second and 5.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Second down after that previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Press coverage now from the secondary. Back to throw. It's Carney. Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Ball handed off. Not much on the return, but this defense rises up with an important takeaway.
Well, already playing with the lead here in the national championship, this defense is opportunistic. Eyes on the football, running to the ball in good team pursuit. When that ball hits the ground, they jump on top of it for a critical turnover.
The Troy offense back on the field now. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Man tackled after a small pickup there. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. With the clock running down, they're just one kneel down away from the victory. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. I'd say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And then there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football.